What was your favorite subject in school?
It was physics. I really enjoyed it. I just enjoyed solving the equations. There was just something interesting about it. I felt as though I was a detective and I was trying to solve a case. It was a game for me. My classmates thought I was strange since I liked physics so much. I also thought physics explained a lot about our world, so it was fun to learn more about it.
Did you enjoy going to school when you were a kid?
I would say yes, for the most part, since I got to see my friends, to talk to them, and to exchange CDs. It was a big thing when I was a kid. We would exchange the CDs that had the songs we liked. I also liked talking to my classmates. We would talk about what is new in town, who is dating who would talk about celebrities, and so on.
Who was your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher was my history teacher. I really liked her because she made me see things in a different way. I would definitely say that because of her, I have a different perspective on many things. She also made me see that people from the past were just like us, and that they were dealing with the challenges that they had.
What is the most important thing you learned in school?
I would say that my social skills are the most important thing I learned from school. I learned how to interact with others in a good way. I became somebody who can make friends in an easy way. And to be honest, I think that's more important than learning about any dry subject.
Did you spend a lot of time with your classmates outside of school?
Yes, definitely. There were only a few of them with whom I didn't spend a lot of time. Not because I didn't like them, but a friendship simply never developed between me and a few of my classmates. But in general, we went on field trips, we went to each other's homes, and we played sports together.
You will have 60 seconds to prepare, and then you will speak for between 60 to 120 seconds. Start speaking now.
Well, I would say I was closest to my sister. She's 1 year older than me, and that was a small difference when we were growing up. So, since she was a girl, and of pretty much the same age as me, and somebody with whom I lived in the same house, I think it's natural that we were close. I think we had a lot in common. We listened to the same music, we liked the same celebrities, and we had a similar view on our surrounding. We both loved to decorate our rooms with posters of singers and actors. We also shared the same taste in clothes, and since we were about the same size, we shared our clothes quite often. We always depended on each other, and we always defended each other from others. Our bond is strong even to this day. She has impacted my life by simply being there for me. it meant a lot to me to have somebody to whom I can turn to. I think I would have felt lonelier throughout life if I didn't have her. I think she provided more stability in my life because of that. Even today I know that I can count on her. She has also given me good advice. I would have probably made more mistakes in life if I hadn't had her to guide me.
Do you think it's easy to get along with family members?
I think it's easy to get along with family members. Let's say that you're pretty much stuck with the family members you have, so you put more effort into making it work. I know of cases where family members don't speak to each other, but those cases are much rarer when compared to the cases where friends lose contact. I think the most difficult relationship is the one between parents and children, since parents keep trying to protect us and we try to run away from them. Things can get tense, but in the end, all the issues get resolved. At least that's how it was in my family.
Do you think that the role of the family has changed in modern times?
I wouldn't say that the role has changed, but I would say that the way it does its role has changed. What I mean by that is that the more we learn about development of children and what they need in order to become fully functioning adults, we see that the dynamic within the family changes, that parents and siblings are more aware of how to interact better with one another. I think there is more kindness between family members. Before there was a feeling of strictness.
Do you think that family has more influence on the development of an individual as compared to the influence of his or her friends?
To be honest, I don't know what to answer. I think both of them have an equal amount of influence. Their influence stays with us for as long as we live. I say this because I had a lot of friends and I hang out with them quite a lot. Now, for somebody who is shy and who rarely left the house, on that person the family probably had more influence. I know people like that. They just stay in their homes all day. They take the majority of the traits that their family has. But if you're somebody who had a lot of social interactions, then I would say this doesn't apply to you.
Do you think the relationships within a family are different worldwide?
I would say this is connected to your previous question. I guess that in some cultures the family plays a more important role. They are always there to help you and support you throughout your life. Whereas in other cultures, your family encourages you to be more independent from them, to develop more on your own. And in some cultures, it's acceptable to live with your parents, even after you get married. While in others, when you turn 18, it's customary for you to move out. I think there is kindness and love in both approaches, which is the main thing, I guess. I think that in both those cases, the parents are trying to help their kids out.
What would you say are the advantages of having siblings?
I would say that it definitely allows you to develop communication skills. I have found that people who come from bigger families, that they are easier to talk to. They just know how to deal with people in a better way. And like I mentioned before, you have somebody you can rely on. A guaranteed friend for life to speak.